joint main event tonight. This is a light welterweight contest, or it's a chief supporting contest. Alan Temple from Hartlepool in action against the unbeaten Souleymane and Bailly. Now let me tell you something about Alan Temple's record. He's fought no less than 8 British champions, and last time out he beat a former British lightweight champion, Wayne Rigby, on points. Here he is, here's Alan Temple, managed by Gus Robinson, OBE. Very deserving honour, of course, for Gus, who's done an awful lot for his northeast town. Here he comes, Alan Temple, and former ABA champion in the amateur ranks. Well, he's trained by Peter Cope, and there's Gus behind him, holding up that, whatever it is, carrier bag, is it, Gus? It's like a plastic carrier bag from a supermarket. So here is an Alan Temple, in good form at the moment. Fought for the Irish title against Eamon McGee, who went on to become British champion, of course, and was stopped in 3 rounds by McGee. And here's Souleymane and Bailly. 9 fights, 9 wins, 7 knockouts. And we've seen him a couple of times so far on Eurosport. Very impressive for a Parisian champion. Good amateur anyway. So Souleymane and Bailly then. Another thing about Bailly, he's been a French and European champion in Ciudad, French kickboxing. Here he is then, very tidy little fighter. And the problem, of course, for Alan Temple, with no disrespect, doesn't take a great shot to either the chin or the belly, and that's going to be a problem for him here, because Bailly does give a pretty good shot, very sharp puncher. Alan, a pro now since 1994, as a southpaw. 27 years of age. Don't worry, he won't be boxing in a vest. And Gus has been promoting for as long as I can remember, and he's had some success in his time. They are the 24-year-old Bailly from Levallois. And cornered there by the winner of our first fight tonight, Christophe de Bouzier, a stablemate and sparring partner. No great names, by the way, on the Souleymane record, but this is probably the biggest so far he's faced. Alan Temple. So here we go then for round 1 of the scheduled 8 light welterweight contest. Alan Temple from Hartlepool in the red corner against Souleymane and Bailly from Paris. And I've been to Hartlepool once. The Borough Hall once was enough. Good show, but there's not an awful lot in Hartlepool, or at least I missed it if there is. Anyway, here we go then for round 1. I don't think I'm going to get a job with the Hartlepool tourist board. And Bailly not afraid of southpaws. And Temple's had some great nights. So he's always fought at a very high level. And one of the early big names on the record in '96 was Scott Dixon. Dixon, of course, just gave Derek Roach, the British welterweight champion, a hard time for the British title. For Billy Schwer, took Billy the full 8, and actually lost by a squeak to Billy Schwer, who's about to fight Shane Mosley for the World Lightweight Championship. So this goes to show you on his night, Temple can turn in the odd performance. He was stopped in 8 rounds by Tanvir Ahmed of Glasgow. Tanvir, of course, the former British champion as well. Bobby Vandy stopped him in 3. And I suppose Bailly is as close as you'll get to Bobby Vandy, style-wise. A lot more attractive, though. Also got beaten by Michael Ayres in 2. Ayres a good British champion, of course. He was outpointed by the former Olympian David Burke from Liverpool. But as I say, his biggest night came when he beat Wayne Rigby last time out. And Temple never afraid to mix it in high-class company. But as I say, he does pay the price on occasion. He's cute enough here to give Mbaye a few problems to solve. But can he keep those problems going for 8 rounds? That's the question. Well, so far, Mbaye hasn't not worked him out. Alan made a reasonable start here. Well, Temple not leaving himself there for Mbaye to whack. Just getting on his bike, keeping it smart. That's nice counter-punching as well, when he has to. In fact, if Temple were to counter-punch this one all night, he's got a chance here of upsetting Mbaye. Well, Gus Robinson, you can hear in the background there, pretty happy so far with what Alan's achieved in this first round. And he's a bit of a hot pot, this Mbaye, but getting upset there in the first by Temple. So Alan wins the first. Yes, that is English that Gus Robinson is talking. Yeah, last 3 fights sent, that win over Rigby, the former British lightweight champion. The best win so far for Alan Temple. And there you are, we saw him against Rennie Prince, also against Lakatosh, and I believe against Cartier as well. Well, sorry, Carlier. Bit of replay then, Alan Temple boxing well. And he's measured the distance excellently already. He can steal this if he wants to. So round 2 then. So Alan Temple in the blue and white stripes from Hartlepool made a good start. Well, interestingly, the Eurosport judge gave that first round the other way. He gave it to Souleymane Mbaye. Well, now as you can see, oh, nice left hook then. Good shot from Mbaye, and that is the danger. Souleymane Mbaye is a very, very smart puncher. And, well, if Alan wants to stand still long enough, he'll get caught, and he'll pay the price. But if he can keep moving and frustrating this man, he's got chances like that. Once again, there you are, you can see smart, sharp, fast punches these from Mbaye. Gifted athlete. I've got a feeling there's a bit of a swelling on Temple's left eye. Well, it's only slight. Nice body shots. And Alan not wasting his time standing around trying to hurt Mbaye. Just wants to score and get out of there. That's a nice counter punching again from Alan Temple. Better on this one for Souleymane and Mbaye. Winning this one, I would suggest. But once again, some reasonable moments for Alan Temple there.
No problems. Absolutely no problems.
As there's the baby face then of Alan Temple, 27 years of age now. Former British amateur champion. And there are the stats for Mbaye, former French and European French boxing or savate champion. Bang, lovely left hand then from Souleymane. And I tell you something, Alan did well to stay on his feet there. Awkward follow-ups as well. And I tell you something also, Mbaye put a lot behind those punches. And you could see the disappointment on his face when he saw Temple still standing. Once again, Mbaye trained by Jose Ngafulu. They've had one good winner tonight. Jiran Bangchi beat Rudiger Maya, of course, as we come to round 3. So, Alan Temple then. Just nicked the opener, I thought. Mbaye taking the second. See how this one develops. So say, as long as Alan keeps it smart and counter punches, he's not going to be too far behind in these rounds, if at all. Nice move there from Temple. Through the long right hook and move at the same time. And the problem, of course, for Temple here is that Mbaye has got a good left hook and a good right hand. So regardless of which way he goes, it's inevitable he's going to get caught like that, which is why he's got to be ultra smart. Try and confuse Mbaye, keep moving this way and that, sometimes in and out rather than left to right. That was nice. That was nice body shots. See what I mean about Mbaye then? Looking to set himself. Temple keeps moving and it's unsettling Mbaye. Nice straight punches from Alan Temple. Keeping him in this one. Box and move, punch and move. We've already seen one unbeaten record demolished tonight in the shape of Rudiger Maya, who lost for the first time in 26 fights. Souleymane and Mbaye, the favourite by far coming to this one, unbeaten in 9, and could this be his bogey night? Looks like Temple's nicking this one. Round 3. Oops, that's a stumble. No knockdown. Yep, good round for Temple, I think. He's nicked it. He's not won it conclusively, but he's taken it by a whisker, I think. 29-28 on my card.
Back to tonight's boxing with
Echter Nordhäuser.
So, 7th round then of the scheduled 8, and a bit of concern there in the Souleymane and Bailly corner. He, of course, is in the yellow trunks, up against Alan Temple here from Hartlepool. Temple, for my money, is 2 points in front with 2 rounds to go. And Bailly may need a knockout to win this one. If he wins the final 2 rounds, he's got a draw. Keeps his unbeaten record intact. But I tell you something, it is very difficult to pick a winner here. And Jose Ngafulu in the Mbaye corner said, box intelligently. It's been a frustrating night from Bailly. Temple's maintained that crucial distance between them that suits him, but doesn't suit Mbaye. Oh, that's nice. Good fast hands from the Frenchman. But once again, Temple finding a way through.
Good lad.
Well, once again there, Mbaye just getting the better of the exchange.
Good lad. Come on again.
I told Gus about speaking with his mouth full. Just as long as you don't put the wrong end, of course. The one with the adrenaline on in your mouth, you'll be okay. It's been a good performance by Temple, no doubt about that. He's up against a hot pot here. Hot pot winning this 7th round, I think. And it's going to tighten things up. But a good performance by Alan Temple so far. Very, very tricky boxing this by the Northeasterner. Well, you've got to give the round to Mbaye. Some pretty smart defensive stuff there, I thought, from Alan Temple, but let's talk about attack, and that was all coming from Mbaye, to be honest with you. And not surprisingly, your sport judge has given another round to Mbaye.
Nobody about this. It's nothing. It's all right. No, it's all right.
So a nick on the left eye then. And Gus Robinson just keeping Alan Temple's confidence high. Done a good job with him in that corner tonight, I think. Said the right thing. Oh, that was it that caused it. Clash of heads. So the technical boys doing well to spot that. So 8th and final round then. And, well, we're having a very close look at that. Come on, it's not that bad. Come on, Doc. It's not that bad. Oh, what a shame. I can't... Oh, that's a tragedy for Alan Temple. That is a tragedy for Alan Temple. That on the verge of victory, surely. Ruled out in the final round by a cut that wasn't even bleeding into his eye. What a real shame there for Alan. But I tell you something, this young man here, Souleymane, has really dragged victory from the jaws of defeat, possibly. There's no guarantee, of course, that Temple would have got it anyway, but I tell you something, that was a good performance by Alan Temple. Good performance. Got to say very happy birthday to our newsreader, Carlton Kirby. Happy birthday, Carlton. Also, to my better half, who's 38 tomorrow. Always did like older women. Happy birthday, Laney. So that's a real shame for Alan Temple, but bit of glory for the Frenchman. And watch this clash of heads again. Bang. Boom. That's what caused the cut, and that's a tragedy for Temple. He knew it as well at that point. But, well, if the cuts are too bad... It didn't look a life-threatening cut, to be honest with you. But it's come to him by his aid. Well, a night of upsets for certain. Adalberto Marte beating Stefan Trabant for the second time in his 14-fight career. Tiran Bagchi causing the biggest upset, beating Rudiger Mai. And Alan Temple, they're beaten on the cut prior to the start of the final round. That's a real shame for him. There you are, which brings us almost to the end of our live boxing for you this evening from Malagon, Ciudad Real. My name's Steve Hosselsby. Hope you've enjoyed the boxing. I think it's been terrific to watch tonight. See you very soon. Thank you.